Welcome to another podcast of the Nigerian File. I'm your host, August Badagry. Last year, 2019, was dubbed the Year of Return by a program inspired and brought to life essentially by Ghana in West Africa. It commemorated 400 years since the first batch of slaves from the west coast of Africa were brought to the New World, including places like the Caribbean, Brazil, and United States. And a lot of people, because of the great marketing job that was done, not only got awareness of this, but because of key figures, celebrities in the Americas and as well as in Europe, were catalysts for others in the African diaspora to return. This isn't something new in terms of individuals returning back to the African continent to discover their origins. The year of return was more of a lightning rod to use the opportunity to have a land swell of individuals united by a marked event, milestone, if you will, to come back. And it was really inspiring to see the amount of coverage and individuals, both celebrity and non celebrity, who did take the opportunity to go back. Now, what I was inspired is that being a Nigerian American, although I am not someone who is a descendant of those that were formerly enslaved, my parents are Nigerian, and I came back to the States after primary school. It was still an opportunity to return to Nigeria, having not been there in about 15 years. And it was essentially my year of return. Unfortunately, the pandemic stymied the follow up to that great event of last year. But it's also an opportunity. It's not easy for anybody to return to their roots, particularly in West Africa. The expense, obviously, and also it's unknown if you've never been there, as it would be going to any new place. But particularly, there are cultural differences, even though the people returning share the same skin color. In some countries, there may even be a language difference. As we know, not all these West African countries, or even, let's even go beyond that, sub-Saharan, let's say, black republics have a lingua franca of English, meaning the generally spoken language, in addition to their dialects. But still, people made the leap to go forward. And I think this is an opportunity, this pandemic, to share the knowledge that has been said by other channels speaking to Pan-Africanism and repatriation, such as Search for Uhuru, Black Sid, Kanganda, and the like, to use this time to kind of shore up one's resources for those interested in going, to learn as much as possible while they can't necessarily easily or even travel at all as easily as they would if there were no pandemic. This is an opportunity to really prepare oneself in terms of finding out about how you want to even go to the African continent. Some people may take a DNA test similar to those offered by 23andMe or Ancestry.com to find out where they originate from in typically West Africa, and then go and visit there. So it's an opportunity to get that research, learn more about the country and how you'd like to approach the country, and start to make a plan to travel there. As for me, I definitely was really excited to go back in 2019 to Nigeria, making it my own year of return. And there since has been discussions about Nigeria doing its own year of return, potentially in 2021. I'm planning to go back anyway. And again, part of why I started this podcast was to make the things that I kept in my paper file that helped me when I travel back, when I have traveled back in the past, to share with others. So I'm going to be putting together episodes in the future to talk about the things I put together in preparations for my trip in general, how it's changed over the years, and what I will be putting together for my next trip, hopefully in 2021. If you have any questions, definitely please pop it in the comments. Take care.